Minister Cummins says the world has changed since 2019, when the energy policy was first implemented. She says change is constant and innovation is now a major part of the conversations, and gave this update.
We projected in principle that we needed to be able to reach targets with regard to how we would onboard energy. We currently were projecting as at 2019 that we would have approximately 166 megawatts of wind. We have 5 megawatts of wind. For solar, we projected that we needed to have by 2030 340 megawatts of wind. We currently have just under 100 megawatts of solar. Bioenergy, even smaller, and storage, we projected as at 2030, we needed to have 204 megawatts of wind. Many of you are familiar with the Trent's facility, which I will open officially a little later on this week. We have 5 megawatts of wind.
Senator Cummins says the Sargassum Project will lead the innovation effort.
Energy is much broader than purely the provision of electricity, and that has to be the conversation that we begin to share as well. And so solar PV and the provision of electricity coming off of the grid or being grid tied is a part of the conversation. It is an important part of the conversation, but it is not the entire conversation. And so we have to be able to rationalize what is required of us to be able to have that full conversation. The transition from fossil fuels is an important part of the conversation.
And before presenting a plaque to the Alling School for their involvement in the project, the minister called for a united effort from all stakeholders to take the project to the next level.
We need to be able to twin the research and development work being done by the University of the West Indies and other partners, locally and regionally, but even partnerships with those that are global, alongside with a commercialization agenda that brings more and more innovative entrepreneurship into the Barbadian commercial space. We need to be able to have the benefit of financial resources by way of grants and the provision of concessional financing made available by our partners, like the European Union, that make viable projects bankable.
The Sargassum Project will run for 18 months. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.